Mike here, everybody. Isn't that a beauty? Lexus GX 550 Overtrail Plus. Has been some rain out here in Atlanta, and my time with it has ended. And I cannot believe how much I really, truly just feel comfortable with this vehicle. It just feels like a familiar. It just feels like you ever meet somebody and y'all just hit it off and you don't even know what it is. It's just a connection. I didn't expect that with the GX, but in driving it around for the past week, and I think I've put almost 500 miles on it, that's just how it feels. For those that don't know, my background in this car, I was at the initial press release. Thank you to Lexus. Not the press release, the launch out in Austin. Thank you to Lexus Southern. I was part of the training program, doing some filming with my team last year. So I've had a ton of experience in limited ways. I wasn't at the full press event last year, so I didn't really get the opportunity to drive it as much as I would have liked. So I'm very happy that Lexus Press PR gave me another opportunity and a crack at it, because you really learn after a week some of the pros and cons of this wonderful looking vehicle. Same wheelbase as the LX. Overhangs are a bit shorter. That's why this is about 4 inches shorter than the LX 600, 700H at this point. This is that earth color, only available with the Overtrail Plus. This has the optional black roof as well. Obviously, this is compared to the Land Cruiser from Toyota as well. The rear roof line right here, that kink, is the exact same. I do wish it was slightly different for the GX, but it's still quite the handsome vehicle. And obviously in the rear, if you're unfamiliar with Lexus, this is a pretty signature here. So you always get a kink up with the headlight right there. It's very minimal on the GX L shape, and you get that full light bar. And you should be very familiar with the Lexus script at this point. This is a split gate, so I do love that. My LX is not a split gate, or Christine's LX at this point. So you press this little button here, and voila. And Michael's in the car. Say hello, Michael. So you can keep some things obviously hanging out. If you're shooting a car, this is great for photographers and videographers. If you don't have your gimbal on the outside, you can actually hang out here and shoot it. And then you can do this. Oops, sorry, y'all. All right, so much for that, huh? Now I have a separate video showing some of the trunk room, very similar to the LX as well. All Overtrails and Overtrail Pluses are 5-seat only, so it doesn't have the drop-down third row. I would like to see that option in the future. I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. All right, so you see under here, there's a little bit of cubby storage. There's your tools, your jack. You see your AC 120 volt over here. That comes in handy if you never had one, especially if you're using a laptop, you're traveling. It comes in handy. Grab bars. I guess that's for the third row. And then this has that stone interior. You can see the seats have the different ability to recline at different levels. It comes standard with a tow hitch that's hidden back there. And you can either press the button or just pull down. So obviously, compared to the last GX that had the barn door, right? This one doesn't. This is a traditional gate. I would like to see an option in the future for a split gate, so you can sit down and have the gate go up. I do miss that about our LX 600 compared to the 570. I believe that's an accessory installed part right there. They all come with a triple beam, Lexus trademark. Obviously, I think people are overall extremely happy that the grille, the GX 460 in particular, had this massive spindle grille. And they try to fine tune it, believe it or not, 2 or 3 times, and it did get better. But this is actually probably the smallest spindle grille we've seen. The front bumper is a little different, so your off-road capability is slightly better on the Overtrail. And you can see here 18-inch tires are all standard, wheels and tires are standard, and you can see they're studded. So that's why I was remarking earlier in the driving video, I was actually shocked at how smooth this drove on those tires, because again, you can see that is not a smooth tire. That is not something that you would put on a normal luxury car. So the back seat, and this is actually simulated wood, so I would like to see that either be real wood or just get rid of it. This has the manual sun shades. This is that nice, really cool stone interior. You can hit this lever and lower and raise it. This has a different trim than the rest of the GXs right here. You can see the stitching, which is really cool as well. Obviously your cup holders. And in here you have heated seats, but you don't have cooled seats, and you have your USB-C ports, which is great. And your rear vents. And I'll notice compared to the LX. So in the LX, the cool box is much larger, and you can actually access it from there's a button in the rear on the sides. On the GX. And there's Michael right there. So can you get out real quick, bud? For those wondering, yeah, my 10-year-old can actually sit legally in the front seat of a car. So there's cubby room here. You know, you put a pencil, coins, whatever. You have your cup holders. What I do like compared to the LX, this has a cover. I just think that this is luxurious. I hate exposed cup holders. That is a big pet peeve of mine. I have been using a wireless charger, and it's actually done really good, and it saved my butt a couple times, because for whatever reason my phone has been acting up. I gotta get a new phone. So as you can see, if you get 4 bottles, you see there's an indentation here, so they fit perfectly fine. I would do what I do with the LX. I would get the smaller 8-ounce bottles, so you could fit probably 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 8 of those. Not a deal breaker by any sort. Here you go, your 9-volt right here. For your ashtray, USB-Cs. There's no USB-A, from my understanding. Massive 14-inch screen. Leather steering wheel, paddle shifters. Would like to see a digital mirror. And then again, this is so truck-like, like the nice gloss. I mean, they nailed it. That's why, you can go inside, buddy. That's why they nailed, I mean, they just nailed this car. I'll open the hood for you all. They just nailed it. It's not very often I get to say that. But there's not much I would change. Oh, all right, y'all, here we go. All right, 349 peak horsepower, 78 pounds of torque. Twin turbo, 3.4 V6. I drove it plenty. There's more than enough room for pretty much any situation. Obviously shared with the LX. I think it's a wonderful unit. For those lamenting about the V8, this is so superior in regards to performance. It's not even close. It's just not even close. Like a GX460 is a slug in comparison. The one difference I will say, GX460, that even though it has less torque, it just feels a smoothness to a V8 powertrain that this to me lacks. And that's just because it's lost 2 cylinders, even though this has the twin turbos. And it's coming down a little more, so I was pretty much done anyway. But yeah, no issues, honestly. And obviously there's rumors the hybrid's coming. I think that's not exactly a secret anymore. And that's how you also kind of replace those cylinders that are missing. When you have a hybrid and turbos, I mean, it's really like having those extra cylinders. Wonderful vehicle. I call it a Swiss Army knife at this point. I see why this is selling so well. The earth color, you can see it in the overcast, it pops. It's just a wonderful color. Everybody's complimenting it. Everywhere I've gone with this vehicle in a week, I've had conversations about, which is shocking to me. I expect that in my LC. But I guess times have changed. People love SUVs, obviously. And this one, they are just clamoring for. So great job, Lexus. And those of you that are modifying it already, amazing work. It's so awesome. I actually save a lot of y'all's pictures because I'm like, maybe one day. They're so cool. A lot of you, I know or I don't know, you're running GX 550 forums, etc. Way to get the community together. And to Lexus, you have all done a great job doing your events around. You've had some nice, cool things to compare this car to, and it's just a home run all the way around. So, gonna shut this down, everybody. Lexus GX 550 Overtrail Plus, and thanks for listening to me talk for 10 minutes. Peace.